What's up, guys? It's Bumpkins. Today is Friday, November 26th. Today is not New Comic Book Day, but it is Black Friday. Infinity Flux here in Chattanooga, Tennessee had some awesome Black Friday deals, so I had to go down there and partake of some of those. They had some good deals on like half-off back issues, buy one, get one on the pre-owned collected editions. And I got some other cool goodies as well. I just thought I would show you guys because I think it's awesome. So starting off with the back issues, it was really cool. They were half off, so I worked on filling some gaps in a couple of runs that I have. So I've got Amazing Spider-Man number 231 and 232. 233, I love that cover. I always have. 234 with Will-O-the-Wisp. 235, I love the banner with the Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man and his amazing friends on Saturday mornings. I love that. I missed that cartoon. Number 236. Number 240. 241. Number 260. 261, another awesome cover. 262. Marvel did these photographic covers on a few books, and looks pretty interesting. And number 264. So that is going to help fill in some more holes in the run of Amazing Spider-Man that I've got going. I've got over half of that entire first volume now, and it's pretty cool. And then I got some Iron Man books as well, because I've got a pretty substantial run of those as well. So I've got Iron Man number 209 and number 210 and number 211 and number 213. And this whole era right here had the Silver Centurion armor, which is one of my favorite armors. 214, 215. I love that cover, Silver Centurion and classic armor, two of my favorites. 220 and 221. So that's going to fill some holes in the run of Iron Man that I'm working on. But I also picked up some stuff on their pre-owned collected editions shelf. Those were buy one, get one. So I picked up the Teen Titans Earth 1. This is one that I've never read, but I thought this might be a good one to grab because I have all of the other Earth 1 books, the hardcover. So these aren't very thick. These aren't reprints or anything. These are new stories that DC did a few years ago. I've got the Superman, Batman, Green Lantern. I'm actually not sure if I have the Wonder Woman. I might be missing that one. But I realized that I didn't have, but I've never read Teen Titans. So I figured that would be a good time to pick that up. And then I picked up the Joker Endgame. So this is from the New 52 run, the Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo run. This collects Batman 35 through 40, and then a couple of other one-shots to tie into this. I thought this would be a really cool thing to pick up because I got the Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo Volume 1 Omnibus, which collects issues 0 through 33 of that New 52 Batman run. There is another volume coming out in the next couple months, but I actually don't know if I want that because that delves more into the period when they had Jim Gordon was Batman for a while, and he was like in the big robotic suit with like the bunny ears. I personally didn't love that particular storyline as much, and I did want the rest of the usual Batman books that led up to that run, but I didn't necessarily want the rest of it. So I thought this would be perfect because this collects the next few issues after the first omnibus, but without all the other stuff that I don't want. So I thought this paired with the Volume 1 omnibus would be the perfect collection of this run of Batman. So I thought that was a no-brainer to get. And then a couple things that I got that weren't part of any Black Friday deal, but I look at them almost every time I go in there, and I just thought, because it's a fun day in the spirit of supporting my shop and just having fun, I picked up a couple other things that I just look at them all the time, and I thought, let's go ahead and pull the trigger on those. So I got the first volume of Undiscovered Country. This is another one from Scott Snyder with art by Giuseppe Camuncoli. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. I first ran into his art on Dan Slott's run of Amazing Spider-Man. I really enjoyed it. I love Scott Snyder, obviously. So this collects Undiscovered Country 1 through 6 that I actually have read the first issue and really liked it, wanted to continue on. And this is one of those $10 image trades that collect 5 or 6 issues that I love so much. So I thought this would be a fantastic way to get kickstarted on this series. So I'm excited to read that. And then something that I absolutely look at every single time I go in, and I keep debating, should I get it, should I not? And I went ahead and got it. This is the complete series, the complete collection of Middle West from Image Comics. So I don't know a whole lot about the story yet. I have read the first issue. It was on Comixology Unlimited. And I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to read more. I don't know a whole lot about the details of the series, but it's written by Scotty Young with art by Jorge Corona, which is the same creative team that is currently on The Me You Love in the Dark, which is one of my favorite Image books, if not one of my favorite books coming out from anyone right now. So I thought, I'm loving that duo. I'm loving Scotty Young's story. I'm loving Jorge Corona's pencils, and this is more of that. It's not the same kind of story, but it's the same team doing more of their magic. So I thought this would be a cool thing to read. So it's nice, and I don't know how many. This is 18 issues, Middle West 1 through 18, and exclusive bonus features. So I'm super excited to jump into this one. But the fun doesn't stop there. I picked up a couple other things that aren't comic books, but are comic book adjacent. So Infinity Flux just renovated, redid their toy section. So they have a really awesome actual toy section now. One of the walls in their store, it's line of toys, and it's really cool. There's a lot of carded Star Wars figures that sort of makes you feel like you're in a KB Toys or a Toys R Us again, where you can just walk in, and they're not all the same either. So you kind of have to look through, you have to dig through and find the one you want. It's so cool. And then they have a nice collection of loose figures as well that they have bagged up, and I got a couple of those, and they are super duper well priced, which is really cool. Which is one reason why I had to pick these up, because I wanted them, but then when I saw the reasonable price, I was like, well, that's a no-brainer. So the first one I got is this is the Rhino from the Spectacular Spider-Man, the toy series that went with the 2008 cartoon line. So this is one of my favorite, probably my second favorite animated series behind Batman the Animated Series from the 90s. And it holds a special place in my heart because this animated series came on around the time that my son was a baby, so I would TiVo it when I had a TiVo, and when I had to wake up at 4 in the morning to feed him, I would watch that while I'm feeding him and putting him back to sleep. So this animated series reminds me of when he was a baby. Plus, the toys are awesome too. So a lot of figures that I've gotten over the years have disappeared into plastic totes or whatever, but not this line. I have them sitting on a shelf right over there. Spider-Man, Black Suit Spider-Man, Sandman, Green Goblin, Venom, I think I've got Venom from that, and then now I've got Rhino to go with it, and they're all loose, so I don't have to wonder, should I open him, and the other ones aren't open, or vice versa. So this is loose, those are loose. This is going to fit perfectly with that awesome line of toys that belongs to an awesome animated series that I love so much. And then the other one that I was super excited to get is the Superpowers Darkseid figure. So Superpowers from 1985. I haven't opened him yet, but he's got you can tell he's got the squeeze in the leg and punch, and he's got let's see if I can get it up in the light here. You can kind of see how his eyes glow a little bit, because there's a sort of a clear spot on his head where the light can shine through. Superpowers is my favorite toy line of all time. I had a bunch of them. I think I still have them, and I'm pretty sure they are somewhere in my house or maybe out in the garage. But I never had Darkseid. The only villain I ever had from that line was Lex Luthor. But Darkseid was awesome, and he's bigger and bulkier than the rest of them. So I was super happy to get this. I hope and pray that I can find my original Superpowers at some point, because this is going to go great with them. I do have some statues of them over here. You may have seen them like in some of my TikToks, like in the background or whatever. But I really hope I can find the original figures, because that is going to match up very, very nicely with them. So if you're local and you're into this kind of stuff, definitely be sure to check them out, because there's a ton of stuff to look through, and they've got more to put up. And they're going to constantly be adding more as they get more collections in from some folks. So, and shout out to Andy, who works there, my buddy Andy, who designed these labels. So you can see there's a couple different ones. This one is like a composite of a bunch of different DC characters with Infinity Flux, but the old school Superpowers logo. He even went so far as to do like a, cut this out for 1 point, you collect it. There's not really anything you can mail away for, but it's super cool. That's a nice little attention to detail. Here's a different one with Spider-Man and Wolverine and a different kind of logo. This is like the sort of the old school not Marvel Legends, but maybe like the retro Marvel logo. So really cool, very nicely packaged. These are all cleaned up and everything before they go out. So custom labels, nicely bagged, very, very reasonably priced. It is super fantastic. So like I said, if you're into this stuff and you're local, definitely go check it out because you'll probably find something that you like. And that's it. So obviously a smaller haul than Wednesday, but some cool stuff. I loved getting these back issues because you know, I'm trying to work on building these runs, and I've got some holes, and now some of those holes are filled, and some other collections that I've been wanting to read. So guys, that is it for now. Guys, I appreciate you watching. If you like this video or any of the other videos on my channel, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a sarcastic thumbs up. And if nothing else, leave me a comment below and let me know what you picked up for Black Friday. If you got any cool toys or collected editions, or even if it's not comic stuff, just let me know. I love comic books and all this stuff. I could talk about them with a room full of people or just to a camera. Guys, don't forget that comic books are supposed to be fun. They are just another fun form of storytelling. There is plenty for everybody to look through, find something they like, and it's really easy to ignore the stuff that you don't like. So guys, I appreciate you watching. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you have a good rest of the weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.